Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come in. What am I doing? I'm just playing Cookie Clicker. Pretty cool, huh? What was that? What's the point? Seems like it has no meaning. I don't know what you're talking about. Cookie Clicker means something. It means something. It means something. It means something. There's a lot of different ways to answer that question, so this video will be broken up into 3 different parts. The first part will be a basic history on numbers and just how they've helped us get to our current understanding of things as a whole. The second is numbers being used in a more emotional sense, such as the number 69, which is nice, because it's just so symmetrical. And finally, the third part will be how numbers help to shape the world around us. For now though, let's get into in the good old days of anywhere from 35 to 20,000 years ago, this 10-centimeter bone called the Ishango Stick was found to have evidence of markings believed to have helped with simple numerical equations. To put it more plainly, it's essentially one of the earliest known calculators, showing a sequence of prime numbers and the numbers 3, 6, 4, 8, 5, and 10 all provide evidence of knowing basic arithmetic, like 9 plus 10, which is of course 19. Beyond that, the next best thing I could find was the discovery of the border cave notched bones. Even older than the Ishango Stick, dated about 44,000 BCE. These artifacts are not just special due to the fact that there were 26 of them, but also due to what was found around them. What we found was poison arrowheads, as well as seashell and ostrich egg jewelry, pushing back our timeline on what would be considered modern actions and personal display of self. However, the discarded Cheeto bag was Greg's, who does not seem to understand site integrity. Uses are presumed to be similar to that of the Ishango Stick, whether that be to keep track of how many animals were killed that day, as well as just another simple form of calculator. With how much dust all these old artifacts are kicking up, even just talking about them, let's jump forward a bit. For at least the last 44,000 years, humanity has been assigning value to things that wouldn't have any more literal sense without us. It took until the 3rd century BCE until we started literally putting those values into the very earth around us. We as a species inherently question things. We are able to know that we are people and that we are part of this bigger universe around us. Through this built-in inquisitiveness, we are able to wonder what things are around us, and not just in a will it kill me type of way, but what is this hard object I just picked up off of the ground? Oh, it's a rock? Okay, what does it mean to be a rock? Do I have to change my name to Dwayne now? I don't know. To put a value behind something is to put a feeling behind something, whether that feeling is big or small, like the number 13. Why is it when we look at it we think of ghosts and all that is bad? Or the number 666 for that matter. As an example of what I mean, I'll be using the number 13 for this part. The unlucky number 13 didn't get its unfortunate status until around the early 17th century. However, it didn't really become popular until the early 20th century in 1907 with the release of the novel Friday the 13th by the author Thomas W. Lawson, which then later of course got a popular film adaptation all the way in the year of, yes of course, 1916. The 1907 book depicts a down-on-his-luck stockbroker who fatefully one day makes the entirety of Wall Street crash, making everybody lose millions, that day being Friday the 13th. Money being tied to numbers and how that affects Wall Street and the world around us. Sorry, I'm just drinking a nice big mug of foreshadowing. While the date Friday the 13th might be known for other things nowadays, the idea of unluckiness and misfortune still loom over the number 13 to this day. One of its most popularly believed reasons as to how it got its status is its thought that Judas was the 13th guest to arrive at the Last Supper. Judas, who went on later to betray Jesus in the Bible, was not seen as a very good figure, hence no one wanted to be the 13th guest. The funniest reason I could find for why 13 is so unlucky is just simply because 12 is so perfect in every numerical and mathematical way, apparently. And here I thought 7, 8, and 9's relationship was rocky. Other numbers with lore, such as 3 and 7, with their heavy religious influences, as well as the previously mentioned 666, which is associated with evil and the devil, and a number that personally means a lot to me is the number 420. It's the day we had to put my first dog down. Sorry, I just wanted to take a nice big swig of Lies juice, since I wrote the foreshadowing mug before the script changed, and if anything, all it foreshadowed was this awful attempt at continuity. I originally wanted to make this part about how money and numbers are inherently interlinked, and how that has negatively impacted the world around us. However, Yeah, that'll look good. You already know how to count, and you already know where the world is at right now, and without risk of sounding too vague, when I say where it's at right now, I mean war, famine, political landscape, climate change, surveillance states, just all of it. We see these things get thrown in our faces all the time, whether we be the ones living in those situations or having it plastered on every screen around us just to get a click out of us. Without at risk of sounding too preachy, I think the big takeaway I want you to have from this video is count on what's actually important. Like things like your family, your friends, co-workers, even partners, just even yourself. Be somebody else can count on. All of this is a lot easier said than done. I wanted this video to be a basic history on numbers with a few jokes cracked into it, but I realized where the script was heading, it was just going to be depressing, and I don't know about you, but I feel like that's all I've been feeling lately. And I just wanted to say something otherwise, something to the contrary. So, with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and with all that, I'm gonna just cut to the... Hey, okay, you did make it to the outro. I wasn't sure. I didn't know how to end this video, admittedly, so I figured cut to outro would work the best. Briefly, I did just want to say, if this is something you liked, obviously please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that fun stuff. I also have a Twitch at Yajira379. The link will be to that in description if you're wanting to see more of me in live action. And as much as I realize things went off the rails a bit towards the end there, I feel like that's just more, if not fitting, to how things just operate day to day, and why I feel like that is all the more reason to count on the ones that you love. And if that happens to be nobody, and if nobody is to be counting on you, then, as I said at the start of all this, no, I didn't say anything. Hey, you did make it to the outro. Cool. I wasn't sure how to end this video, so here we are. But briefly though, I did want to say, obviously, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you're wanting to see more of me in a live action sense, and like what you saw here, I do have a Twitch at Yajira379. I do plan on uploading more, whatever that stuff is. I have no idea. I'm just going to be throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks, and if stuff doesn't stick, well, at least I can say I made some stuff and had some fun along the way. With all of that being said, if you still are listening, thank you so much. Genuinely, I realize things were very open-ended and didn't get to the meat of a lot of the issues I talked about, but I just, as I had said, I just wanted to end things more, I guess, on a positive note. So, with all that being said, again, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.